Okay, hello dear friends, good afternoon. Such a beautiful, beautiful day. So let's do my outfit of the day. Oh, hi. That's you.
Like that?
Okay, so let me do my outfit of the day. Black and blue, and I do not, this dress has a belt, but I do not like matching belt, so I put my sweater here. And such a beautiful day. I came to Livermore, and a beautiful little town. Let's take a look. Okay, hello dear friends. Good morning. Such a beautiful day, and it's a story time. And this time I will combine story and voiceover and travel around my local area. So after traveling from China, I want to calm down and just stay at home. And I found that there are many interesting things that just in our own neighborhood. So I decide to travel around within 1 day range. So it's more comfortable, and I do not need to spend money on hotel, and just seeing something close home. So I came to this place called Livermore. And the goal was actually I wanted to meet some friends in a much further place, and Livermore was on the way. And as I drove, I found an exit to Livermore, and I thought maybe that's a good thing to see something new. And I was really happily surprised to find this beautiful city, and learned a little bit about the history about this city. So I was just taking some video in the streets. At the beginning, there was one guy say hello. I didn't know him. He didn't know me. Just a very friendly atmosphere. And as you can see, this place is quite a bon vivant, and good living, and calm, and relaxed, and beautiful little town. Or actually not so little town. It's a big city. Livermore is one of the most populated place in Tri Valley. Okay, so let's go to some details of this place. This is near San Francisco in the Bay Area and in the East Bay. I usually live in the North Bay and South Bay, but I have never been here, and it feels so different and so interesting. And this city was built, used to be the Ohlone indigenous people living here, and there was no agriculture, there was no farming, and I did not know very much detail of how the people live there. It's a very natural lifestyle. And the Westerners, the colonial, the Westerners, the missionary came, and there was a big drop of population of local indigenous people, the local Indian people, because they did not have the immune system for the disease that brought in by the Westerners. So there was a big drop of population. And the city was built around 1840 around. So the city was built around 1840, so some 180 years ago. And at the early stage, before the city was built, it was an animal farm, let's say cattle, cowboy stuff, cattle, horse, sheep. And all these cattle, horse, and sheep were free ranged. And every year they collect, they have a hunt for these free range cattle, and then kill the cattle and sell rawhide, the leather or the skin of the cattle. And it was not very money making or prosperous, but life was easy. And in 1840 or 1850, around 170 years ago, and California came to the golden stage, discovered gold. And at this time, this place became very prominent and very important, because this place is one of the center point between San Francisco, San Jose, to go to the Golden County, for people to go to dig gold, search for gold. So it served as a service station. It served as one of the important resting place for people moving on further to catch gold. And right here in front of us, this is a Bankhead Theater. It's newly renovated. You can see the city is newly renovated. And I saw this. I saw there was a gallery open. There was no performance, but gallery open. So I went in, and the lady inside was very nice and let me in and let me see the theater inside. It's beautifully designed. There was an orchestra pit, and the seat was comfortably distanced, so there is no obstacle or there is no obscure seat. And I went to see the exhibition, local artist, quite interesting. And people so kind allow me in. I was quite touched by this. Okay, so we will continue with the story of this. And the city's name is Livermore, and it came from the namesake of Robert Livermore. He was a British citizen, and he jumped the boat when he arrived in the expedition to San Jose area. And at that time, this area, California, belonged to Mexico. And this guy, Robert Livermore, he naturalized himself from British citizen. He gave up his British citizenship and changed into Mexican citizen. Well, time changed. Now the history is people want to become American. At that time, he became a Mexican citizen, and he got the grant of this land. At that time, land was almost free. He got for almost nothing, got this land. And he was very much interested in the cow, in the cattle herding. At the same time, he was also very interested in viticulture, in wine making. So he discovered this area, the climate is Mediterranean climate. Summertime is hot and dry, bright sunshine, and in wintertime humid, and it was just perfect for wine and grape plantation. So he brought in the winery and brought in the grape seeds and started the wine industry. So I think this is also the reason this area looks so affluent, looks so bon vivant, well, good living, good lifestyle. It has a lot to thank to the founder of the city. And during the gold rush period, he was very generous. If people pass by this place, goes to from San Francisco, from San Jose, goes to Sacramento, he provide lodging, he provide hotel and feed and food for people to stay and move on to develop and finding their new life. So it's quite a story about this place. And right now there are a lot of wine tasting places, restaurants, and cinema, and theater, and the city infrastructure and planning feels so young, so dynamic, so prosperous, and so very well taken care of. It's such a beautiful place. And also this area was very important in scientifically. U.S. Army has two laboratories here. One is Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. Another one is Sandia Laboratory. And those laboratories was for research, nuclear research, and military security, high-tech research. So there is this mixture of high-tech, of wine, of the local farming business, make this place such a good combination of different people, different resource, and different dynamic. And what else did I want to say? Oh yes, another thing about see the beautiful coffee shop. Another thing is very interests me that the Lawrence laboratory they discovered a new element and put the element into periodical table. Anything about periodical table amazed me. So the element, they call it Livermorium. If you search on periodical table, you can find that. So that research project and the research result put Livermore into periodical table and put into such a prominent, important place. And so I kept on driving, and the landscape is beautiful. It's very scenic, and it's very Californian, and hot, dry, and all the mountains and hills are golden and brown. There's no green grass. It's so California. It's a beautiful scene. It's a very typical scene of California, and the Illusion, Ziluyan, yeah. What is the god of wind? Yeah. Ziluyan, I forgot the name. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening and day or afternoon, anytime. Enjoy your life and go out to see something new in your neighborhood. When you open up your eyes and look for things interesting, you will find things interesting and beautiful. If you do not have the intention to look for something fun and interesting, you will never find it interesting. Bye bye, friends. I learned some new video technique. Bye bye, friends. I love you. I really do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. This is a time lapse.